We have a very poetic reading, you might say, from Ecclesiastes, our first reading. And another title for the book of Ecclesiastes is the Book of Wisdom. So it's one of these, it was actually more of a school book, believe it or not. It was a book that was meant to be read to young children, such as yourselves, to give you wisdom, to help form your minds. Probably also for teenagers too, I would imagine. But it was meant to order the Israel mind towards wise thinking. So like in Chinese culture, they have haikus or these little phrases. But these phrases, as much as we put them in Hallmark cards, these phrases are important. These ways of looking at the world are very important. So one thing they're calling attention to is nature. The world around us. So I don't know what time you guys wake up, but the sunrise this morning was really, really nice, you know. Maybe you guys slept past it. I don't know. Maybe your parents had to wake you up, probably. But the sun comes up every morning. Did you know that? Isn't that amazing? Every single morning the sun comes up. And then it goes down every day. Over and 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 over again. For centuries, for millennia, thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And you know what? For most of those, you guys did not exist. I did not exist. How many times has the sun risen and gone down and you were not on planet Earth? You were not even created yet. I was not even created yet. And now, here you are, and the sun rose this morning, and you saw it. It's coming through the windows right now. And tonight it'll go down. Tonight it'll go down, and it'll be dark again. But guess what? You guys can put money on this. Tomorrow, it's going to come back up. Guarantee it. The constancy of the sun rising and the sun setting has always been part of the church. It's always been part of the church's spirituality of God's perpetual love. So whenever you go into a dark point in your life, that sun's going to rise again. When things are going really well, when it's really sunny, bright, sunny day, the sun will go down again. You will have highs and lows throughout life. But there is a wisdom to this that we must take to ourselves. There is a wisdom in understanding that God is in control of all these things, and He was in control of your creation. You would not exist to see the sunshine if it were not for God creating you. There was a time when you were not, but you are now in front of me. There was a time when you did not exist. There was a time when I did not exist. But God said, my creation is not complete without you. I have the sun, I have the moon, I have the stars, I have all these beautiful trees and flowers, but I want you in my creation. I want you to share in the sun rising and the sun setting. Because God at the end of the day is only one thing, and that is love. And the only way love can exist is to share that love. If you do not have someone to share that love with, it is nothing. It fades away. It doesn't really come to its full completion. It can't be love. As a sidebar, this is why God is a Trinity. There has to be a relation of that love. Otherwise, it can't be love. So God is sharing His entire life. He's communicating His love to you by creating you and sharing with you the sunrise and the sunset. This is part of him trying to reveal his love to each one of us. The main way he did that was through your creation. All the other things are supplemental, but they're beautiful, aren't they? The flowers, the trees, the sun, the stars. It's all beautiful, but the sun, the moon, the stars, flowers, they cannot receive God's love like you can. A rock cannot receive the love of God and reciprocate it. It just sits there. But you can. God created you to share his divine life, reciprocate love back to him, make a gift of yourself back to him. That is really living. That is living in holiness. That is living how you are destined to live. If you live in any other way, it's a complete failure. A complete failure. If you do not live making a gift of yourself back to God, your life will be a failure. It will not be successful, but more importantly, it will not be holy. It will not be your destiny. And if you do not fulfill your destiny, of which you were created, it's a failure. So let's give ourselves to God this morning, and tomorrow morning, and the next morning, and the morning after that. Just like the sun rises every day and sets every day. Let's do that. Let's be like that as we make a gift of ourselves to God. So let's let our lives, just like the sun, right, shine before others. As our psalm, or this, bless the Lord, O my soul. That's the gift of self. Let your soul bless God. The sun blesses God every time it rises and sets, but we are called to do something much deeper, much more spiritual, much more beautiful, to make a gift of ourselves back to our Creator. Thank him for creating us and say, Lord, this is my life. I give it back to you.